You how to sign up for the Khan Academy SAT practice. Even if you are already doing it, just make sure that you check this out. So what you do is you go to khanacademy.org backslash SAT. And let me fix the volume here. And I'm going to just go to start practicing. It's going to ask me to sign in. I'm going to try to sign in with the email that I use for my College Board account as well. So that's likely Gmail for you guys. I'm going to go ahead and sign up with Christy at Tools of Astoria. And it puts me right in. So it asks how old you are. And you can just say how old you are. I guess for these purposes, I'll say that I'm 16. And you have to answer some questions. You can sign into the College Board and send your test results to Khan Academy. I strongly encourage you to do that because then they'll be able to tailor it to your needs. The whole idea of this is that it's individualized. So let's say I'm going to take my first diagnostic quiz. I go on, and it's going to ask me what about my practice schedule. So I can choose my practice schedule, and I'm actually gonna just go ahead and put in whatever our SAT day is. I'm assuming that's in May. Because we really do want to use this for both the SAT and for the Regents. And I'm going to get some practice reminders. And so you guys would go ahead and just fill this out if you're ready to. And what I'm going to do, I think, for myself is it asks what skill practice days you're going to do. And they recommend 1.25 hours a week. And if you're going hardcore, 3 to 5 hours a week. So I get to choose what I want. And listen, if you don't do it, it's not like anyone's coming after you, but this is just you setting up a schedule for yourself. So let's say I'm going to probably go somewhere in between that. I'm going to go 30 minutes a day. And I'm going to set myself a reminder. I know for me, getting a reminder at 4:30 is good. So all of that has begun. So what I'm going to do now is practice. So I'm actually not going to practice math right now. I know that you might want to, but I'm just going to reading and writing. And I'm also leaving the essay alone. So what I want you guys to do is focus on reading and writing. And also, writing and language is good, but we're going to try to tailor it so that we're more looking at the reading parts. So I'm going to take my diagnostic quiz, and then it's going to give me my practice after that. So I'll go ahead and get started on my quiz. So once you start, it tells you what your skill levels are. So each of them is associated with a skill on the SAT. So the higher your skill level, the harder the passages are. And that's what I like about it. It's really tailoring to where you are right now. And especially I'm going to be out a few days this week. I think it's a really good use of your time and our time together for you to access it this way. So skill 2 is where you'll start. And we'll get started. So the quiz isn't timed. And there is like one little feature I wanted to mention is that you should select I would be guessing if you don't know the answer. On the SAT, there's no penalty for guessing, and you should always choose an answer. That's the same thing on our test for the Common Core Regents. You're going to want to make sure you have an answer for every single question. Now, you may skip and come back when you're actually taking it, but you're going to want to put an answer all the time. So I'm going to go ahead and start my quiz, and this just gives you an idea of what it looks like. So you have your passage, and you have your question, and it asks you things like what the central theme of the passages are. Um, and then it asks you to do the line questions. I'm not going to go through all of this with you, but you get the idea. Okay, so once you've read your passage and you've answered your questions, the only missing link for us is that you do not get to annotate, which, by the way, is especially important on both the Regents and the SAT. But for practice, it's okay for now. So then it asks you to go on. So once you take this diagnostic, it gives you practice at your level and helps you move forward and shows you what it is that you've done wrong. So I'm going to go ahead and exit this diagnostic and let you guys get started with your own stuff. Just wanted to point out there are tips and strategies. There are full tests, and there's review. What happens in the review section is once you've completed a quiz, you do little mini sections or practice test sections. So really, this is a good resource for you for SATs in general, but I just want you to use it for reading comprehension practice during this week. And we'll check in on Friday once you've had a chance to dig into it a bit. Okay, good luck.